Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Bordentown Scotties in varsity football.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you please rise, remove your hats, and join us as we respectfully honor America with the playing of our national anthem, this evening performed by the Lawrence High School Marching Band.
The national anthem performed by the Lawrence Cardinals faithful. The band over there in the stands, they did a great job. But now it is time for some football. Here we go. Some sun's still out. Waiting. The more we get into it, 'cause, you know, Ryan, it is still September. Once you get in October a little bit, games start starting when it's dark out, you know. But it was a hot day today. Coming out here, I'm sweating. I don't know how these kids are playing in this. It feels like August heat.
It was definitely a hot day. I'm definitely over it at this point. I'm waiting for it to get a little cooler. Yeah, it was a hot one all day.
So just waiting to kick off here. Emiliano Martinez will trot out there to kick away the opening kickoff.
Good decision on Radis to defer this ball the way this defense has been playing, by the way. I wanted to put that out there.
Just waiting for everybody to get set here, the officials. Still going, you know. Ryan, you know, it's Friday. We're heading into week 3 of the NFL season. You're a Jets fan. Last week, lost to the Bills. We have some time here, so I want to hear your thoughts for a second.
I mean, the first game against Pittsburgh went really good. Even though they only lost by 2, and they were able to put up 32 on the Pittsburgh defense. That is a pretty good defense. But then they go into that Buffalo game and they get killed by 20. And I know Buffalo's one of the best teams in the league, but you know, could have put up a little bit more of a fight. Now they go to Tampa Bay on Sunday. We'll see how that goes. But getting set to kick off here, so let's focus on the game we're watching right now.
That's right. Lawrence Cardinals set to kick off. Martinez checking with his guys. The whistle blows, and here's the kick. Little short, high kick, lands at about the 25-yard line, fielded by Fields.
Let's head into top of hour.
And he is tackled down just in front of the 30-yard line. And with that, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification here on 107.7 The Bronc WRRC-FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Bordentown takes over on their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
The Scotties open up their opening drive on the 30-yard line. Quarterback Thomas Lee under center. Had a great game last week, 220 passing yards. He's under center now. Hands off to Devon Johnson, my bad, the fullback.
Devon Johnson on the carry, brought down by
Gain of about 3 or 4 yards there. What the Cardinals have been doing over the last few weeks, I've loved it. Just swarming the ball carrier. You saw that the last game that we broadcasted at Maple Shade. just getting to the line of scrimmage, allowing no yards after contact, after touch, anything like that. They've been doing a great job, and that's why they've allowed 6 points throughout their last 2 games.
Yes.
But second down now for the Scotties. Lee under center. Motions over Santiago. He gets the snap. Little pitch over there to Santiago. Gains about 2 or 3 yards there.
Well, he handed that ball off, and he tried doing a little pump fake to throw the defense off, but it definitely didn't work. They stopped him. Not too much of a gain. Now you're looking at a big dug down.
Yeah, to stop the Scotties here would be huge. Force a punt and get the ball back within 2 minutes. Be 3rd and 5 for the Scotties out the 35-yard line. Look out for Jamari Glover last week. He had a great game. Lee takes a snap, looking, stumbles a little bit, fires to the left side, incomplete, looking for Khalil Bangura, the senior receiver, and that will force a punt. It should.
It should, they should. Yep, yeah, it looks like a punt use coming out. Great already. We're less than a little over a minute into this game, and the defense already made a big stop. This is huge.
So that will be good afternoon, good evening, and good night for the Scotties. Isaiah Greer and Jaquan Coleman back to receive the punt, lined up at about their own 35-yard line.
I'm liking these red jerseys they got on, CJ.
Here's the snap, and it's blocked. It's blocked by Zane Spencer.
Well, they blocked it, and then Lawrence went to grab the ball, and it looked like he dropped it, but
waiting on a signal here. So blocked punt for the Cardinals, set them up. I'm a little confused. It looks like they're moving the chain, so it was recovered by the Scotties, actually.
Yes, so what happened?
Recovered for a first down.
So
that's horrible.
That's horrid. So what happened was the punt got blocked there, and the player, I couldn't really see the number, but the player on Lawrence went to retrieve the ball, and it got muffed out of his hands. Coach Radis is furious right now on the sideline.
Yeah, you got to have that yelling at the Marcus Beaver Wiltshire there. You want that turnover because not only do you force the 3 and out, you block the punt. It goes about 10 yards. Oh, and it is Lawrence ball. All right, possession to Lawrence there. Don't know what the officials were discussing. Guess the ball was recovered short of the first down. So turnover on downs for the Scotties. The Cardinals, you would think Radis wipes that angry face off of him.
He's got a smile on now.
He's got a giggle after that one. So now the Cardinals are in business here on the 40-yard line. Opening drive would be huge to get points here.
I tell you what, CJ, I find myself getting more invested in this team every week.
Of course. Gage under center. Elias Gould in the backfield. Handoff Gould up the middle, trying to fight through defenders. He's wrapped up. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards there. So be second down at about 7 for the Cardinals. That's what they love to do. They love to chip away. Short yardage, move the sticks. James Lyons great at extending the play, and that's what you see a lot on third down. They like to lean towards his direction because he can fight through tackles. You want to get points here on this opening drive. That is huge, especially against a team like Bordentown.
Against a pretty good team like Bordentown, you force that turnover.
Gage under center. Handoff Lyons, running left actually, and he's swarmed.
James Lyons on the carry.
After about a gain of a few.
Short of a first down, first contact in the backfield.
So waiting on the officials to mark the ball. 9:30 on the clock here. Cardinals looking to score first. It's be 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals.
This is big. I feel like they should take a shot at going through the air here.
Let's see.
With 6 yards to go, I know they got a good running game, but this might be the opportunity to, a little play action, maybe throw them off a bit.
Let's see if they get the motion man Bono across there. Alexander Nikolov played that role perfectly in week 1. He's out again this week. Motioning Lyons over, pitch to him outright, following his blockers. Fights through a tackle down short of the 30-yard line, so that'd be about 4th down and 1. Should be. Let's see what the Cardinals elect to do here. I think you can just run it right up the middle again here.
I think you can. Yeah, Gage looks like he's jogging back out onto the field. I think that's the right decision because for a high school kid, this is a, 46-yard field goal. It's a long field goal, so this is definitely the right decision.
So you got Gold and Lyons in the backfield. Gage under center, handoff. Lyons trying to go right up the middle, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That will turn over the ball to the Scotties. That is a huge blow for the Cardinals offense. Needed just 1 yard and loses a few there.
Yeah, that's not a good start. I mean, you get that block punt, your momentum's going your way, and then you can't pick up that first there. He got, like you said, swarmed the minute the ball went into his hands.
I will say the Scotties defense did a good job breaking through our offensive line there, but you get that blocked punt from Zane Spencer to end the Scotties' last drive. Now all of a sudden you're turning it over on downs. The ball stays in the same spot. Here comes Lee. Handoff Santiago, trying to find a hole right around the right side there. Gain of about 1 or 2 yards. Looks like they'll mark him down after about 2. So it'll be about 2nd and 8. 8 minutes left in this first quarter. No score. Each team has had a drive and 2 turnovers so far.
This seems like it feels like I'm watching a little bit of week 1 with these turnovers, but
well, granted they weren't fumbles, so that's a great sign.
Yes, this is true.
Lee takes the snap, handoff Santiago to the right, trying to find a hole, and Isaiah Greer blows him up right at the line of scrimmage. Isaiah Greer reads the play there perfectly, meets Santiago right at the line. That'd be a gain of none.
I mean, that was just pure aggression out of Greer. He got right up to the running back there, sent him down to the ground. Great play, and they continue to stop the run.
So it looks like they'll mark him down as a tackle for loss. So now it'll be 3rd and 10. So the 3 yards they got on first down immediately lose on second down. Looking at a 3rd and 10 here. Lee not ready for the snap. Looking left, firing. Hits his man Glover, trying to get him down. He's swarmed short of the line of gain.
That was an interesting play. Lee had to kind of jump up for that snap. Like you said, it didn't look like he was really ready, but he got his pass completed. But there was a bunch of red jerseys there to stop him and force the 4th down. It is going to be about a 4th and 2, and we'll see what they do here.
So it looks like the Scotties will punt this one away. So the Cardinals defense, you saw it on that play. One white jersey surrounded by 5, and that's exactly what you want to see from this defense. All hands on deck, just making sure he stays short of that line to gain. The Scotties on 4th down. Let's see what they do here. Here's the snap and the kick. Not blocked this time. Isaiah Greer tracking it. Bounces right behind the 30-yard line. He's going to let it roll all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Coach Radis not happy with that decision. I feel like you'd want to field that bouncing right around the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals will be set up inside their own red zone.
That was a very interesting decision by Greer. Like you said, Coach Radis was not happy. You have to go for that ball there. I mean, you're just watching the ball go on your own team. Now you're on the, looks like the 13-yard, your own 13. You got to pick up that ball there and at least try to get some yards out of it.
That just gave me flashbacks of Caleb Johnson not fielding the kickoff last week. Ended up in a touchdown. But here comes the Cardinals on their 13-yard line. Gage under center. Flags thrown, plays blown dead. Looks like it'll be against the Cardinals.
So Greer doesn't, let's see what the call is first here before I say anything.
Looks like, yeah, they're moving him back. Could be a false start against the Cardinals.
So Greer doesn't field that punt, brings them on the 12-yard line. And then on top of that, a false start to bring them down to their own 8. So not a very good start for this drive, for this offense.
So if fielded, that's a punt that goes about, I don't know, 45, 50 yards. Now they punt from the 40. You're all the way down inside your own 10-yard line, 2nd and 15. Here's the pitch to Lyons, running out right, trying to find a hole, breaks through a lot of tackles there. Seems to have got the first down. Let's see where they mark him. Gonna be close. Looks like he's right on that line. They're moving the chains. James Lyons brings the Cardinals out of their own 10-yard line. First down. 6 minutes left in the first.
Big first down there. Lyons looked like he was trying to cut that edge on the sideline and then saw an opening, cut right back in towards the middle of the field. Found a good opening and was able to pick up that first.
So Gage back under center. He takes almost every snap out of center. Fake pitch, handoff up the middle to Elias Gould.
Elias Gould on carry. Brings it back to the
gain of none there for Gould. Clock continues to tick. The Cardinals just trying to chip away at this defense, tire them out, and get a score. Missed opportunity with the first drive. You're down inside their territory. Turnover. So now you want to get one here after forcing the Scotties to punt twice.
Yes.
Be 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals. Gould and Lyons in the backfield. Gage communicating with his line.
Lyons motions.
Gage takes the snap, looking. He's rolling out left and intercepted. Looking for James Lyons, and he has to make a tackle, and he does not. Pick 6 for the Scotties.
Wow.
That will be Tahaji Hill.
Wow, I mean, he jumped that route. Gage was looking for his receiver, and Hill was able to jump that route perfectly and take it into the end zone. That's not the way you want to start this game, but we know Lawrence has been down before, so we know they can turn it around.
So they came out in the I formation, motions James Lyons over to the right of Francis Gage. He rolls out. Gage looks towards his way, and the route just gets jumped by Hill. So bad read from Gage there. Ends up 6 points, now 7 for the Scotties. Damn, the Cardinals.
That's not a good start. I mean, that first drive, they came out looking okay, but then I feel like ever since that confusion on that blocked punt, it was just, and then Greer lets the ball go, they get inside their own 10. Not a very good start at all. And, you know, you want to see Gage get more involved through the air, but then, you know, stuff like this happens and it makes you question.
So not the greatest decision from Gage there. The Cardinals will come back out to receive the kickoff after the pick 6. Now staring down 7 points. But they're going to have to get the ball down the field. You want to even the score up, especially after a play like that. So Greer and Jaquan Coleman back to receive the kick. I just think, you know, they had it going. The Lions 15-yard run on 1st and 15 for the first down, that was huge. Now all of a sudden you're rolling out and you're trying to hit a guy on the run. It was severely behind him, it seemed. So now the Scotties out to kick it away.
All right, we'll see if they can turn this around. This was not a good first quarter so far.
Plenty of game left. Here's Schwartz with the kick. Low kick, rolling on the ground. It's fielded. Trying to find a hole. That would be DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher, and he's taken down after a return of about a few. Rolled right into him. He was playing far more up. Ball barely got off the ground.
Yeah, that was a little squib kick there from the kicker, Lucas Schwartz, number 29. And yeah, the Cardinals get the ball. Cardinals come out. Let's see if Gage can turn this around.
So Lyons comes out. Greer is in. Waiting to see him have a little more carries. Looks like this week, maybe. Elias Gould also in the backfield. Gage back under center. Pitch out to Greer, running right, trying to break through tacklers, kind of sneaks through a few of them. Looked like a grab of the collar there, probably just got the jersey, but taken down after maybe a gain of 1. See where they mark it. Gain of 1 for Greer, so it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Your score is 7-0 Scotties after that pick 6. If you're Francis Gage, you want to go right down the field and score real quick.
Well, I was going to say, if you're Francis Gage, you need to get that pick 6 out of your head immediately. You can't let it linger. You can't focus on it too much. You just got to move on to the next play here.
Yep, short memory is the story of football. It's a game of drives, and now the Cardinals have an opportunity here on offense. Gage under center. Hands off Greer again, trying to break through the middle of the line there. Sneaks through defenders. It's a pretty decent run. Gets past the 40-yard line, marked down at about the 42, 43-ish. See where the refs mark it. Be short of the first down marker. This will be 3rd and 3.
The Cardinals.
All right, here we go. 3rd down. This is big. This is just 3 yards. We know it's possible on the ground. We've seen it all the time. I think they're probably going to go to the ground again here, and looks that way. We've got running back in the backfield.
Yep, Elias Gould in the backfield. Here's Bono on the motion. Fake flip to him, Gould up the middle, and he is swarmed. Not fooled at all are the Scotties. So that will force a 4th down. I feel like you have no other option but to punt this one away.
And you know what it is, Lawrence? I feel like while Lawrence is very good on the ground game, and they're a very run-heavy team, this Bordentown defense kind of seems like they're figuring out the run game, and when that happens, they have to convert to try and, move the ball through the air, and we've already seen that Gage threw a pick 6 trying to do that. So, not to be negative.
Yeah, so Brandon Doherty on to punt. First punt for him today. Here's the snap and the kick. High kick, traveling about to the 35, bounces and will roll out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So the Scotties basically in position as if it was a touchback down on the 25-yard line.
Well, the defense has been playing well. I mean, that one touchdown that Bordentown scored was a pick 6. They haven't scored an offensive touchdown yet. And, while the defense has been playing well, the defense can't do everything. So we need the defense to get a big stop here, yes, but then we need the offense to come back out maybe before this quarter ends. I'm not sure. We've got about 2.5 minutes left, and just, try to get something on the board.
Yeah, 2 drives for the Scotties so far and 2 punts. They haven't got the ball outside of their own territory. Lee under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the flip, handoff inside, and he is going. It'll be Jacob Blanding to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, 10, 5. Will he get caught? No. Jaquan Coleman, the closest defender. Oh, Jacob Blanding takes the opening handoff of that drive to the house. 70 or so yards, 75 or so yards. They marked the ball at the 27. So it'll be a 73-yard run for the Scotties, and momentum really shifting there.
Yeah, this is no good. I mean, he got through that first layer of defenders, and he was off to the races. That was a big run, a big touchdown for Bordentown, but you're Lawrence, and now you're down 2 scores in the first quarter. This is definitely concerning. I'm curious as to what Coach Radis will be saying to this team at the end of this quarter. And I really hope that they can come out and have a better second quarter, because this is not looking good as Bordentown lines up for the kick here.
So the Cardinals down 13-0, waiting on the extra point, could be 14. Kicks up and good. So just as we were talking about how the defense has been so good so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, Jacob Blanding, the sophomore running back, takes his first carry of the game to the house. Right up the middle, too, as well. So impressive run from Blanding. Now the Cardinals have some work to do. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yeah, well, we need to get going. I mean, this is it sounds obvious, but the offense has got to move the ball. We've got to get down the field, and because if you, I really have a feeling that if you can't come away with some sort of score before in these next 2 minutes and 20 seconds, momentum is fully on Bordentown's side right now, and you got to find a way to flip that around.
Yep, so the Cardinals did a great job, except that one play, that Francis Gage pick 6. That was a huge mental error, so you can clean that one up, but just a great run there from Blanding. Very, very. He was moving on that one. I was hoping Coleman would have kind of got the hand on that shoe there, the little shoelace tackle, but nonetheless, 14-0 Scotties. Schwartz set to kick off, see if it's another squib, and it is. Rolling, hits a Cardinals defender and fell on top of, so the Cardinals will get the ball at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was Thomas Drizga, the sophomore, and hit him in what looked like the cleat, and he was smart enough to fall on that ball. Instead of just trying to pick it up, he fell on that ball, and now Lawrence is going to get the ball right around their own 45. This is good. They got good field position. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock at the end of this quarter. Let's hope that even if they can get a field goal. Any points on the board before the end of this quarter is key.
You have to put a little bit of pressure, even if it is 3 points. You're down 14. You have to plant the seed. You still have the entire second quarter and the second half to get something working. But you let up the pick six. Now you let up that huge run. You want something in return. Gage back under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Bono motions over, fakes the handoff to Gould. Gage is looking, fighting a defender, has to throw it out of bounds. No defender in the area. It will be an intentional grounding. Not sure what Gage is doing there.
Well, I have a feeling that Gage just kind of panicked there. He was getting pressured by the Bordentown defensive line. He just tried to get rid of that ball and threw it into no man's land. That's a 15-yard penalty. That's killer, because you got the ball in pretty good field position too. You got the ball at the 45-yard line. Now you're backed up all the way to the 30, and this game is just really not going Lawrence's way right now.
So another shot in the foot for the Cardinals.
That's a good term to describe it.
Yeah, that's all it is. It'd be 1st and 20. 2 minutes left.
Correction, spot foul from the Woody.
So it's actually a spot foul.
Oh, it is a spot.
Spot foul. So not 15, but still moves back. Ball's now on the 25. So you're starting at the 45. Now you're all the way back at the 25. Gage in the gun. Here, motions over Greer. Handoff, looking, open field, breaks through a few tacklers and taken down.
If he would have been able to break that one more shoelace tackle, he had green grass in front of him. That was so close.
Tackle made by Connor Bramley. Yeah, that was a great tackle there from him. Grabbed the leg of Greer, got him down. Flag thrown after the play. So waiting on the official. It's like they'll move the ball up. So penalty against the Scotties. Seems like people from the Scotty sideline are creeping up there. So move the Cardinals up a little bit. 1 minute, 53 seconds left in this first quarter. The Cardinals down inside their own territory, nearing the 40. Tight end Dylan Robbins way out to the right. Here's the snap. Gage hit as he throws up a prayer and out of bounds. Looking for Brendan Doherty. Gage was blown up there. The edge rusher got to him real quick. Ball comes out. Kind of fluttered there a little bit.
Gage got blown up, and as you could tell, because that ball really went over Doherty's head and right onto the sideline. That was interesting throw, and I don't think it was an accuracy issue with Gage. It was more the pressure that was being put on him. Here we go.
So another punt for the Cardinals. Brendan Doherty takes the snap, has to back up a little bit. Here's the kick. Decent kick, pretty high. Bounces at about the 40-yard line, will roll. Decent Cardinals roll back past the 35-yard line, will be marked down at about the 34. So the Cardinals defense have to get a stop here. You can't allow 3 straight touchdowns, then go down 21-0 and expect to have a fighting chance. I mean, anything's possible, but the last thing you want to do is concede 3 straight touchdowns on basically three straight drives.
Yeah, no, this is not. I sound like a broken record, but this is just not a good start for the Cardinals.
No, it's not at all. It's the easiest way to put it. Not good. The Cardinals have to make sure they're getting it together. Lee back under center for the Scotties. Motioning over Santiago. Fake flip to Santiago, handoff up the middle.
Number 33.
That'll be Gianni Jones, the junior fullback.
Brought down by number 2, Isaiah Greer.
Greer with the tackle, so gain of a few there for Jones. Nearing a minute left in this first quarter. So he's back. 2nd down and 4 for the Scotties. So far, not a lot of targets downfield. DB's doing a great job. Just that one run.
I was just going to say that one big run.
That's really all it's been.
They've got number 1, Jumari Glover, lined out wide.
Motioning Santiago into the backfield. Handoff Santiago up the middle, fighting for extra yards. He'll be taken down just about a yard short. Should be a yard short. Let's see what they do. And they'll move the chains. So the refs think that he got there. 33 seconds left. 1st down for the Scotties.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we have booth review in high school, so whatever the ref calls.
I mean, you could bring the chains out there if it is close enough, but looks like the refs saw that one very clearly. So they'll move the chains up for the Scotties. 15 seconds ticking on this clock, so they're probably going to let this one go into the break. So after a few underwriting announcements, we'll be back with more Lawrence Cardinals football. Going into the second quarter, your score is 14-0 Scotties. We'll be back with more after these underwriting announcements on 107.7 The Bronc WRRC-FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we see a lot of purple stands this evening. Tonight we are recognizing October's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. According to the CDC 2009 Youth Behavior Survey, most 14 reported experiencing physical or dating violence in the past year.
We are heading into the second quarter here at Lawrence High School. The score 14-0 Scotties. The Cardinals, few mistakes there in the first quarter. You want to clean those up. My name is CJ Jackson, joined alongside my partner Ryan Putsu. The Scotties are nearing the 50-yard line. First play of the second quarter. Lee under center. Fakes the handoff. He's rolling left, finding a receiver, and he is wide open. That'll be Gianni Jones once again, and he gets plenty after the catch. Wide open, kind of in that flat there.
Gianni Jones brought down by number
Lee
10.
kind of rolling out, finds his man, and there was no Cardinal in sight.
Yeah, that was the defense had a good first quarter, but that's not a good start.
So actually, flag thrown against the Scotties, holding against Bordentown. So that will completely erase that play. A huge break for the Cardinals because it seemed like a little bit of a blown coverage. So now it'll be 1st and 20 for Bordentown. This is a perfect opportunity for the Cardinals to stop them in their tracks and get their first score. Heading into the second quarter. Let's see what the...
Yeah, that penalty's big. That penalty's big. That sets them back after a big gain.
So two-headed monster receivers, Jamari Glover and Khalil Bangura, both lined out right. Handoff Santiago, fighting through tacklers, and he's spin moved at the 45, drops a man, and is down past the 40-yard line, down at about the 38-yard line. That was a great run from Santiago, and you know that's what you're going to get when you're playing these guys. These Bordentown Scotties. They are a great team. Last week, Santiago, he's their lead back. 18 carries, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, according to NJ.com. And you saw that there. Nasty spin move and a nice little juke drop the Cardinals defender.
Yeah, that's a big run. There was 2 big moves. There was a spin and then 2 big jukes after that. That was a huge run.
So trips set to the left. Lee rolling out left. He's going to keep it. Trying to find the edge, and he gets out short of the line to gain.
Number 5, Thomas Lee.
Christian Parsons closing out on the tackle there, but...
Well, Lee kept it there, ran a little read option, and he was able to get about...
it's about 8 yards.
7 or 8, yeah.
So 10:47 left in this second quarter. Just started first drive. So after that penalty, that holding penalty that erased the Gianni Jones play, that huge Santiago run completely flips the script on that. Now the Cardinals are nearing their end zone. The Scotties threatening to score to go up 21-0. Oh, false start there from the Scotties, and everybody knew it. That would be Jamari Glover.
It helps. But, you know, Bordentown is definitely still in a decent position, but it helps.
Yeah, you can take anything you can get, but still you have to, just like it's the first play. So move them back a little bit. Be 2nd down for the Scotties. 2nd and 9. Ball marked on the 36-yard line. Here comes Lee out of the huddle. So Glover to the left and Bankura to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. Lee takes the snap, handoff Santiago, trying to fight through a hole, stumbles, able to stand back up, puts a hand in the ground, and that will gain him about another 1 or 2 yards on the run. This kid is a wrecking ball, just fighting through tacklers.
These running backs look pretty similar to the ones on Lawrence, just wrecking balls, able to push through tackles, break some tackles, and yeah, this is a tough first couple quarters for Lawrence, the way it's looking right now.
No big deal because no harm done so far. Same formation. Glover and Bangura on both different sides of the field. Lee under center. Another false start. That will be against Khalil Bangura. And that'll push him back a little further. So that we were looking at a 3rd down. So now it would be 3rd down and 11. 10 minutes left in this quarter.
Yeah, well, those penalties, like you said, push them from 3rd and 1 and 3rd to 3rd and 11. And that's a really big help for this Cardinals defense because you're able to, not loosen up, but now they've got 11 yards to go instead of just 1. So,
Yep, so a little bit more breathing room for this Cardinals defense. Same formation. Bangura and Glover on the opposite sides of the field. Fakes the handoff. Lee rolling out right, trying to find a receiver, and it's intercepted. Intercepted.
Interception.
Trying to ID.
that's Chris Mauger, number
Chris
17.
Mauger.
Yeah.
13.
No.
Oh, excuse me.
DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher.
That's my bad. I thought it said 17 there. That didn't make any sense.
DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher, we said his name a lot in the pregame throughout these few weeks, but haven't said much during the game because teams fear to throw towards his side, and he comes up with a diving interception. Lee overthrew his receiver, and that's a huge turnover for the Cardinals, stopping the Scotties inside their own territory. Now you can go down, get a score. I'd like to remind you guys that Bordentown started the game with the ball, so the Cardinals come out at halftime receiving.
Yeah, so this is big. This is big. If you can get a touchdown here and come into the second half with the ball, huge.
Still 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in this quarter, so any score before halftime you desperately need if you want any chance of keeping this one close as the game goes on. You're already staring down 14 points. Got to get a little bit more offensively. Defensively, it's been great. It's been great. A blocked punt, now an interception. That only critique so far defensively was the long run from Blanding, but other than that, pretty solid. Game really should be 7-0. That little mental error from Gage in the first, that pick 6.
Yeah, and that's huge because now, like you said, it's 14-0 instead of 7-0 in the big scheme of things. That could be a factor. That could come back to haunt them later. But the key is to not let that come back and haunt you. You're on offense now. There's 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. You got to go down and score here, and then if you get a stop, you potentially get the ball back with still a decent amount of time to even tie this game. But I don't want to look too far up into the future. Let's just take it play-by-play here.
That's right. So the Cardinals will come back out on offense here. Gage under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Looks like James Lyons, he'll get the pitch. He's running out to the left. And he gets popped out of bounds. Tackle made by Greg Stallnaker. That's you ever see that name before? Stallnaker.
I have not, no.
He lowers the hammer on Lyons out of bounds. And so the Cardinals will gain about 6 yards on that play. 2nd down and 4. So decent run.
Cardinals.
Decent run, definitely.
Same formation for the Cardinals. Gage under center, Elias Gould as the fullback. Handoff up the middle. He gets popped trying to ID who it is. It's James Lyons once again.
He got absolutely swarmed on that run. He had nowhere to go.
So forward progress stopped so he hit a brick wall there, tried to fight for a little extra, but the Bordentown defense keeps him at bay. So gain of 1 there for the Cardinals. 3rd and 3. This is another crucial 3rd down. We saw third down, 4th down turnover, 3rd down and 3 last drive. You had to punt it away. Now another 3rd down and 3. Let's see if the Cardinals can convert. Same formation. Handoff Lyons up the middle, fighting through tacklers, breaks through. Will he get there? If he doesn't, he's about inches short.
If he doesn't, you got to go for this. There's no question.
100%. Why not
They're
a little?
moving.
Yeah, move the chains.
Are they?
No, actually, one.
Well, one. Oh, there we go.
All right, a little bit of confusion there. The refs.
Well, one guy was moving and the other guy wasn't. So I don't know. Yeah, they just announced that is a first down for Lawrence.
So first down, James Lyons. That's huge. You don't want to punt it away on 3rd and 3 once again. 8 minutes left in this second quarter. So here's Gage once again on first down. Under center, Brandon Doherty out left. James Lyons and Elias Gould up the middle. Elias Gould with the carry, tackled, wrapped up around that leg there. Taken down after a gain of 3, seems to be. So it'll be about a 2nd and 7. So they are sticking to this chip away game, but you know, clock's ticking. You went down. You can, in the moment of that Gage pick 6, you can kind of brush off like, okay, we get the ball back, we can go down and score. But after punting it away and allowing that run, it's a slippery slope now. You have to play flawless football. Snap, Gage, handoff, Lyons up the middle, rumbling and bumbling down into the 50-yard line. So he'll be short about a yard. This will be 3rd and 1.
Regardless, that's a great run out of Lyons. He found that hole. He went right up the middle. He tried. I saw he tried extended his arm to get to that first down marker, but I don't think he made it. Scoreboard says 2 yards to go. So.
Yep. So I guess his knee got down before he extended the ball. Thought it would be 3rd and 1, but now 3rd and 2. Motioning Lyons through the backfield. Handoff up the middle is Isaiah Greer. Actually, no.
It's Chad Dillard,
Chad Dillard getting a rare carry there, tricking the defense.
Well, that's what Coach Radis said. We talked about this 2 weeks ago against Mapleshade, the mix and match. You know, he's got certain guys out there every once in a while that aren't usually out there just to pick up those quick first downs, or if they're down by the goal line, a quick 1-yard touchdown. But they, you know, knock on wood, but I like the way the offense is moving the ball right now.
Right now. We just passed the 50-yard line. 6 minutes, 27 seconds left. Timeout called on the field. So we're going to take a, yep, there you go.
Don't miss a quarter of Lawrence High School football on 107.7 The Bronc WRRC-FM. Plug into the action using your mobile device. Download our free apps. Search WRRC in the Apple and Google Play stores to listen to every Cardinals game and the biggest hits and best variety on your smartphone, tablet, Apple CarPlay, or Android Auto. So 14-0 still Bordentown, CJ, but the Cardinals look like they're driving. If they can get a score here, you know, start to gain some momentum a little bit.
With how the defense has been playing, I get that run was just so killer to the momentum, a 70-yard run, but so the Cardinals back out on offense. They're lining up, waiting for an official. A lot of confusion. Guys looking around, hands up. 6 minutes, 27 seconds left.
Bono motions right now. There we go.
6 minutes, 27 seconds left in this second quarter. Gage under center. Motioning over Bono. He gets the handoff, trying to find the edge, and he's tackled down after a gain of a few. See where the officials mark it. Looks to be about a gain of 3.
Well, CJ, I feel like we should preface why we're calling him Bono. I don't know if we talked about this since the Mapleshade game. We had a few issues. He had a pretty good game against Mapleshade, and we had a few issues pronouncing that last name.
A lot of usage.
We spoke to Coach Radis, and he said his team nickname is Bono, so we're going with that.
We're going to roll with Bono. So I'm not going to butcher that anymore.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 8 for the Cardinals. Gage back under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Pitch to Lyons, rolling out left, trying to find a hole. He's wrapped up. Decent tackle there from Connor Bramley, but a first down for the Cardinals. Moves them closer.
Lyons that's an angry run out of Lyons, barreling through tacklers, able to pick up that first, and now you're rolling a little bit.
So my mistake, be 3rd and 1.
Oh, okay.
Refs mark him 1 yard short, but that's okay. I think you can really punch this one right up the middle once again. So you got Lyons and Bono playing that split there. Gage takes the snap and just runs it right up the middle on the sneak. He'll get there.
That
was easy.
I was gonna say that looked like a pretty. I was gonna say it looked like a quarterback sneak formation almost, and then that's exactly what they did. That was pretty easy, little tush push like.
Yep. So I mean, you go back to that 4th down and 1 where you hand off to James Lyons. Say you do that with Gage, that looked pretty easy. Could have scored on that drive, but can't dwell on the past. Now the Cardinals driving inside the Bordentown territory. Once again, Lyons out to the right, motioning over. Handoff, Lyons cuts it back out left, and he's taken down again by Connor Bramley. He's been all over the place. Lyons on his knees, a little slow to get up, but seems to be okay. Chad Dillard still out there with the offense. Saw he had a carry. Haven't seen much of that recently, but getting some snaps offensively.
I like it. I like when Radis likes to, like I said, mix and match the lineup a little bit. But here we go.
Yeah, he wants to get everybody involved. It's a team sport. So Dillard back in the backfield. Lyons and Bono playing that split end. Oh, false start on James Lyons. And everybody saw it. So that will move the Cardinals back. 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in this half. Yeah, so that'll be 2nd down and a lot. See where they mark it.
I mean, you have the momentum. This seems like this happens every game where Lawrence has the momentum and some big penalty, not big, but some type of penalty comes through and pushes it back. And it's just, it's so hard to recover from that when you have a drive that's really going.
So that'll be 2nd down and 16 for the Cardinals. Ball marked on the 39. So still a decent field position. You're not past the 50-yard line, but 16 yards to the chains. 4 minutes, 32 seconds. Gage takes the snap, fighting through. There's a hold, an obvious hold. That penalty will go against Christopher Tuquilo.
Yeah, that was clear as day. You saw the tug of the jersey. I think this whole crowd saw the tug of the jersey there. That was a clear, blatant hold on the Cardinals. So yeah, now that pushes them back even more. And this seems like this one play that started 15 yards ago is now you're back in your own territory. This is you were moving, now you got pushed back in your own territory. It's
2nd down and 26 to the chains.
Not bad.
Ball marked on the 49. The hold was on Devon Johnson. He's a big guy. He had the pressure earlier.
Yeah, he is big. I could see him. Yeah, I've seen him from here. He's
Gage takes the snaps, flips out to Greer, cuts back up the middle, kind of dives down, trying to gain an extra few yards. Will be down at the 45, so a gain of 4.
This ground game is trying everything they can. I mean, Lions had a few good runs. Everyone's trying to kind of make moves, but this Bordentown defense seems like it's all over them. I don't really know where you go from here. I feel like you kind of have to try and experiment with the air. I don't think you do it here, but I think throughout this game you're going to have to.
Well, Doherty's lined up to the near sideline. Let's see what Gage does here. Under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Pitch to Lyons. Following his blockers, Chad Dillard out there, cuts up the field. Tackled down at about the 35-yard line. Decent run there from James Lyons. Gets him even closer, but still a lot of work to do on 3rd down. I guess that was 3rd down, so now it'll be 4th down and 13 for the Cardinals. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in this half. You want any points you can get, and they're in a pretty bad spot here. You need 13 yards to extend this drive, or else you give the ball back to Bordentown, and they have 3 minutes and a few timeouts to kind of play with to get back into that end zone.
Yeah, definitely. This is okay. I see a clock stoppage here.
Yep, timeout Lawrence.
There you go. Yep, that's a good timeout. Coach wants to discuss what's going on. 1077 The Bronx #1 listener is Alexa. Download our free WRRC skill to hear the Lawrence Cardinals and the biggest hits and best variety on your Amazon device. Just say, play 1077 The Bronx to hear the Cardinals play live anytime, anywhere on Alexa.
So the Cardinals in a pretty bad spot here. Still very possible, 13 yards. We've seen it before. Let's see it right now because this is a huge spot. You don't want to turn the ball over to the Scotties. They can take a 3-score lead going into halftime. I get you still have the second half. Things can change and you get the ball back, but nobody ever wants to be down 3 scores in any sport, maybe except basketball. But yeah, still. The Cardinals have to get the first down here to extend this drive. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in this half.
Yeah.
The score 14-0. The Cardinals are down.
You wonder what they're going to draw up here, because this is clearly a passing down.
Yep, so they got 2 receivers out left, 2 receivers out right.
In the shotgun this time.
Yes. 2 receivers to the left and to the right. Gage looking, fires a pass, looking for Jaquan Coleman, and nobody there.
He completely overthrew Coleman there, which I'm not sure if that was a 50-50 ball had it been accurate, but he completely overthrew Coleman there. And now you give the ball back to Bordentown with 2 minutes and 44 seconds and a few timeouts in their pocket. This is a sticky situation.
So the Cardinals turn it over on downs for the second time this game. This one in a huge spot where you would want to come out with points. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left on this clock. The Scotties try to add a few more on. Let's see what junior quarterback Thomas Lee will come up with here. The receiver's pretty quiet so far. Got trips set to the right. Lee in the gun, takes the snap, handoff to Santiago, cuts up field, flag thrown. Oh, and a little extracurricular after the play.
Flag of the play.
It'll be Michael Montgomery slamming a Scotty defender down, but not sure what this flag is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
The holding on Bordentown.
Good.
So that'll move him back. No flag thrown on that body slam from Montgomery. Thank God the refs didn't see that one. But move the Scotties back. That's real good because now much bigger field. Want to keep them in their own territory because 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I know that sounds like not a lot of time, but it definitely is to get down into field goal range.
It definitely is, and especially if they have a couple timeouts. This is a golden opportunity for Lawrence to get a stop that will translate later in the game, because this is a big drive.
Lee motioning over Santiago, fakes the flip, handoff up the middle, trying to figure out who that one was. That'll be Luke Harris, senior halfback. First carry for him today. So looks like the Scotties will let the clock run a little bit. No rush here for them. They are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. And even though Lawrence gets the ball in the second half, had Lawrence scored on the previous drive and they hadn't gotten hit with so many penalties, it would be 14-7, and the Scotties would kind of be on their heels a little bit. But now they've got the ball. It's 14-0. No rush at all. You're right, in the driver's seat.
So Glover and Bangura both lined up out to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. Low flip to Santiago. He's got open field. Breaks through a tackler, breaks through another, and first down past the 50-yard line for Santiago. These Cardinals are having a hard time bringing him down. Jose Santiago, the junior halfback.
Number 7 on the takedown.
This is the point you and I were making, CJ. One big play can lead to, now you're on the 50-yard line with 1:20, and you have a shot at getting in the field goal range here. We have a Cardinal down.
That'd be center Tyler Duncan, and he's a big role player in this team. Obviously, the head of the offensive line playing center, but also the defensive line plays both sides of the ball, so having him down is not a pretty sight. So the Cardinals' first quarter defense, really good. Second quarter defense, got the interception from DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher, but having trouble stopping the ground game for the Scotties.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been definitely rough. This has been a rough game so far.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So Tyler Duncan gets up off the field under his own power. Now jogging on the sideline, good sign. He'll sit over at the trainer's table. Look to be a leg injury, but now the Cardinals have to stop the Scotties here with a minute left until halftime. Handoff up the middle. That'd be Devon Johnson.
43.
So making waves on defense is Johnson. Gets a carry there on offense.
Timeout, Bordentown.
Yeah, Bordentown's burning those timeouts now.
So a minute, 8 seconds left in this half. The Cardinals holding their ground so far. Other than that run from Santiago on this drive to get down to the 50-yard line, they've done a great job. So Bordentown, a minute left. What are they going to come out with? The Cardinals hoping that they don't allow a single point at all. Ball's on the 49-yard line. Waiting for play to resume. Here comes the Scotties out of their huddle, going over their game plan. The Cardinals just have to keep them at bay going into halftime. They will receive the kickoff heading into the third quarter. So good news for the Cardinals if they can hold down the fort for just one more minute.
Yes, and keep this to a 2-score game, then you get the ball coming out of half, you have the chance to make it a 1-score game. So you're right. Gotta keep it.
Here's the snap from Lee. Handoff, end around. That'll be Khalil Bankura. A little trickery there. First down the sideline. Tackle made in the secondary. A huge play, and that is not good. The Cardinals concede a long play. Now they're down, inching towards field goal territory. Not really sure how strong of a leg their kicker has, but ball marked down at the 35. Clock ticking. Just under 50 seconds left.
Yeah, CJ, I don't think they're going to be able to keep them within 14 at this point. Like you said, I don't know how talented this kicker is. I do believe.
You got to believe.
But
I think we'll do a great job.
I think within...
Here comes Tyler Duncan. So that's good.
Okay.
So he's back.
All right.
So having him up front is good. They've been kind of pounding up the middle with Santiago quite a bit. Jamari Glover lined up all the way out right. Handoff, Santiago fighting to the left side. Gets out of bounds, short of the line to gain, but still a decent run, about 8 to 9 yards. Clock stops at 27 seconds.
Makai Montgomery.
Tackle made by Makai Montgomery. So, I don't know. Ryan, 27 seconds left. Ball marked at about the 28-yard line. You think this is field goal range? You think this is field goal range?
I think it's doable. I don't think it's like ideal.
I feel like you have to put up a shot if you are the Scotties, even if it is short. But Glover and Bangura lined out to the left. Here's the snap from Lee, looking that way, finds a man, is Johnson, and he's taken down by Christian Parsons, popped out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. The clock stops again, so bang play there for the Scotties. Only a few seconds off the clock, and they gain a few more yards to inch closer.
Yeah, this is not the way you want it, but you know, hopefully we've seen this defense force turnovers in the past. Maybe we could see them pop a fumble out, interception. I don't think they'll go in the air here, but if they do, interception potentially. I think you need a big turnover right now if you want to keep this game a bay.
Bangura is the motion man. Snap from Lee. Oh, a little lateral pass wide open in the end zone is Jamari Glover. A blown coverage from the Cardinals on the trick play from Bordentown puts them on the board 21-0.
Wow, that was an insane play out of Bordentown. The ball got passed to Khalil Bangura, who then was able to find Glover in the end zone wide open. That's not even a blown coverage. The Cardinals just fell for the trick play. That was wild. And
well, you would like to have a guy back there at least. Not sure where DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher was on that play because he roams that side of the field. But again, you motion Bangura over, then you give him a little pass behind the line of scrimmage. He throws a little floater up. Glover didn't even have to move.
That was insane.
So here's Schwartz for the extra point. We'll make it 21-0. kick is up, and it is good. So the Cardinals down 21 points. Looks like they're going to be heading into halftime in just a few seconds. 15 left on the clock. They'll kick it away and probably let this run out. But Ryan, so far, not great. The pick six really made everything go downhill from there because defense just came off a stop. Now you throw the pick six, then you punt it away. Defense comes back out, and they let up a 70-yard run. So,
and you know, we were talking about holding this team to 14. Then we gave them leeway and said hold them to a field goal. We didn't expect them to score a touchdown, and you're down 3 scores at the end of the first half. You know, I have faith in this team. I really do, and I think that if there's any team that can mount a comeback, it's these Lawrence Cardinals. We've seen it before, but you know, this is a tough first half. This first half is going to be a tough pill to swallow, and I'll tell you what, I do not want to be in that locker room at halftime.
No, definitely not. Here's Schwartz for the kickoff. 15 seconds left in this half. Another little squib kick. Bounces and bounced off a Cardinal defender. That would be Elias Gould, marked down short of the 40-yard line. So be about the 37-yard line. 12 seconds. I was about to say, really the only realistic, I guess, play for the Cardinals to come out with a score before halftime would be to return a kick, but Schwartz likes to do that little squib, hoping it bounces off a defender and they can.
And it's almost happened a couple times.
Yeah, so the Cardinals probably just run this one up the middle. If Lyons can find a hole, he can potentially score, but it's a long way from there.
Yes.
So timeout called by Bordentown. I don't get the meaningless timeout. 12 seconds.
This is meaningless.
You're up 21 points. Yeah, maybe your guys are tired and they need a drink, but
you know, you can't tough it out 12 seconds.
I don't know, but timeout called for the Scotties. The Cardinals, they have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they're going to have to, try and fix the game plan a bit in the locker room and I believe they'll figure it out. I don't think they're going to they're not going to get shut out in this game, knock on wood. I don't see that happening to this Cardinal team. They're going to score, they're going to put some points on the board in the second half.
But this is not the Cardinals team we've been seeing over these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
6 points allowed over the last 2 weeks. Now you allow 21 within 1 half to the Bordentown Scotties.
This looks a lot more like the team when they played Princeton week 1 than it does the past 2 weeks.
So here's Gage, probably the last play of the half. Here's the snap, handoff to Elias Gould up the middle, bounces off a defender, and he's kind of flipped down at the 45-yard line. Do they call timeout? The clock will run, and we're staring at zeros on the board. Your score here from Lawrence High School is 21-0. The Cardinals, not the greatest of showing in that first half, but plenty of time left. We're going to go to our little break here. Then we'll head into our halftime show. So after a few underwriting announcements, we'll be back with more Lawrence Cardinals football here on 107.7 The Bronc WRRC-FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
I bring your attention to the track and midfield and put your hands together for your Lawrence High School cheerleaders. Hey, keep it together one more time for your Lawrence High School cheerleaders, directed by Mr. Rocket.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the halftime performance of the Lawrence Marching Band. The Lawrence Township Public School District is proud to present the 2025 Lawrence High School Marching Band. Join us as we explore the mythical tale of Medusa. Music composed by Randall Sandbridge, with drill designed by John Blackstone Gardner, and choreography by Andrea Mayer. Assistant directed by Tom Monsport. Comprised of 54 members, the group rehearses twice a week and is the spirit of LHS. Student leaders include Vanity Ram, Sarah Kunkel, Joshua Liu, Arpana Arumahan, Senaya Jasper Gardner, and Saran Siva. The group would like to thank Dr. David Adam and the rest of the administrative team at LHS for their continued support, and we are proud to participate in Tournament of Bands. Led onto the field by senior drum major Karen Hanna, we hope you enjoy Medusa. Drum major, is your band ready? Please enjoy Medusa.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Number 10, Bronc Bowling on the return, brought down initially by number 35. Lawrence Masaki. Not the pass. First and 10 Cardinals. Ball will be spotted on their own 30-yard line.
If I give you $1, will you give me a couple of $2? Leo. Can I get $1? No, I don't.
Carry on the still game on the carry. Brings it a 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals.
Yep, and they're still, focusing on the ground game. That's like, it doesn't matter what the score is. Seems like that's just there. Oh, flag on the play.
Flag thrown. They were set up in the same formation. Brandon Doherty out to the near sideline. Penalty against Bordentown seems. Illegal substitution against Bordentown. That will move the Cardinals up.
Nice. There we go. We'll take it. Isaiah Greer comes in the game right here.
Yeah. Greer comes in. Lyons is out. Now you have to think you're subbing those guys out. It's either, you would think, either hand off to Greer or maybe some kind of flip out to the flat if they do call some sort of motion. But Gage back to work under center. 2nd down. Hand off to Greer. Cutting up field. 1st down and a little more.
Well, this is what we need. We need him to keep making big runs. Just keep chipping down the field. Try to slice through. I love it. I love the way they're playing.
Now here's the thing about chipping away. If you do go 3 and out in this part of the field, obviously in high school, we're not talking about 60-yard punts. But still, that would give Bordentown decent field position around to about the 35, I think. So you want to get this ball over midfield, because if you do get stopped, you do not want to hand the ball right back to the Scotties. Gage back under center. On the far hash, flip out to Isaiah Greer once again, and he's fighting through a crowd. Not brought down, but forward momentum.
Forward progress, Dawson.
He's down about the 50-yard line waiting for the...
Close to midfield, brings up a 2nd and 6. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 for the Cardinals on their own 42.
So 2nd down for the Cardinals. About a gain of 4. 9:26 on the clock. Greer comes out of the game. Shaking that arm,
That arm that we saw last week with that swollen hand.
Yep. So Bono playing that split end position. Here's the snap from Gage. Handoff. Lyons trying to cut up field. Gets to about the 50. Tackled down. Tackle made by Luke Harris, senior outside linebacker. He's pumped up.
Yeah,
but the Cardinals inch a little closer. We're looking at a 3rd down and 2. This is a huge play for the Cardinals.
This is big. This is absolutely one of the biggest plays so far that they've had in this game. If you convert this, if you get a 1st down here, you're able to keep, you're able to keep this offense alive, keep driving down the field, and potentially get 6 in a place where you really need 6 right now.
So Doherty lined out to the near sideline. Chris Mulger in the game. Snap from Gage, handoff, Lyons up the middle. He gets the first down and a little more. James Lyons moves the sticks once again, and the Cardinals continue this drive now into enemy territory.
Yeah, you can always count on Lyons to get you those big first downs. And yet again, he comes through with his big presence, and he's able to get the first. They keep, like I said, keep this offense alive. And, you know, 8.5 minutes left in this third, and this is a very big drive, and they, you know, knock on wood, they're doing a pretty good job.
John Gruden over here, keep knocking on wood.
I don't like the jinx that either.
Francis Gage back to work, 2 backs in the backfield. James Lyons and Isaiah Greer. Handoff up the middle is Chad Dillard, actually. My mistake, he gets brought down after a nice chunk. It's a gain of about, I'd say, 5 or 6 yards.
Again, Dillard getting the carries. You know, we saw it a little in the first half. We're seeing it now. He's had some good carries this game.
Yes, getting involved offensively. That 2 and 3 of Dillard and Greer, they're both getting carries. It's hard to identify from all the way up here, but Dillard doing a good job setting up the Cardinals for a 2nd and short. 7:57 on the clock.
You got to convert here. I wouldn't even want to test it with 3rd down. I would love to just convert here, get that first, keep it rolling.
Here's Gage under center, motioning over Lyons. Handoff Dillard up the middle.
There it is.
And he's taken down after about a gain of 3. So he'll be down 2 yards short.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure if he got there. It looks like he didn't. But, you know, I like the play idea, that little pump fake that Greer tries to do with that little motion. But, you know, it seems like the defense is kind of catching on to it a little bit. But nonetheless, they gain a couple yards, and this makes this 3rd and 1 a little bit easier.
So you'd think they'll punch this right up the middle. 3 backs in the backfield.
This looks like a quarterback sneak for me. Oh, all right.
Handoff Lyons up the middle, kind of cuts out to the left there, cuts upfield and gets the first down. Huge play from James Lyons, but a flag thrown.
Oh boy.
Looks like that will be against Chad Dillard. The ref standing right next to him. His teammates are giving him a, actually, no, but could be against the Cardinals. Waiting on the officials. They seem to be moving up the field. And I'm waiting.
Personal foul.
Against Bordentown, personal foul. So that'll move them up. That's huge. That's huge for the Cardinals. They do get the first down on 3rd and 1, but like that's what we're saying with the penalties. Say that is against Lawrence. 3rd and 1 conversion, and then you completely erase that, and that would completely end a drive. But now the Cardinals set up on the 20-yard line, freshly in the red zone.
Yeah, this is big.
So you got Bono and James Lyons both playing that split end. Here's the fake flip to Lyons. Handoff up the middle is Chad Dillard.
The defense was all over that play from the beginning. Wow.
Carry, first contact, number 70.
So defense read that one nicely. Looks like they're starting to get a hang of what the Cardinals are all about. They're loading that box there. Maybe it's time for a little Swiss Army knife action. Fake handoff, roll out. But
yeah, I would like to see Bono get involved a little bit. If we can get him a pass, or Nikolov.
Maybe a little jet sweep.
Yeah, something like that. Something to really like, some backyard football type of play, something like that. Get the momentum up, get the vibe up.
So same formation, motioning now is Lyons in the backfield. Dillard playing the fullback, flip to Lyons, running left, trying to find a hole. He gets out of bounds after a nice gain.
Well, CJ, it seems like every time we think they should change the playbook, it works. So
6 minutes and 3 seconds left on this clock. The Cardinals chipping away at this defense. Ball on the 15 will be 3rd down and 5.
And smart by Lyons, gets out of bounds, that clock stops. This is a good drive. This is a good drive right now.
So half the quarter already gone. So you really need to get points now, because if you don't come away with anything, you give Bordentown the ball back with 6 minutes left. They can kind of play true clock. And then where are you going to have time to score 3 touchdowns?
Right. Let's not worry about us.
Motioning Bono over. Handoff, Gage looking towards the end zone. Throws it up to Dylan Robbins. Catch is incomplete. Ball was out of bounds. Even if he came down with it, I think he is definitely not in bounds. We have a
injured Scotty over there on the ground. I don't know about injured. He's kind of just sitting on the ground over there. But yeah, no, that's I like the concept of that play. I just he definitely wouldn't have gotten even 1 foot in had he caught that ball. But regardless, you move on to the next play. But I like the idea that they're taking a shot to the end zone. I really do. I like the aggression in that play.
I don't think we've seen one of those plays completed all year where Gage rolls out. And there was 2 defenders around Robbins, and he's trying to drop it in the bucket there. But that's a difficult throw, especially on the move. So I'm trying to figure out. I think that would be Greg Stallnaker, down number 12. 12 or, yes, 12. That'd be Greg Stallnaker, the junior. So he's up. Seemed to be a leg injury. Oh, a lot of leg injuries. You know, every time we've had a guy go down, seems to be a leg injury.
I think it's a turf issue, CJ. But well, I mean, we'll never know for sure. But
go do your little research on the what's it called? ACLs equal or turf equals ACL tear. Odell Beckham in the Super Bowl. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everybody hates turf, but I mean,
Lots of opportunities.
every guy that we've seen go down has gotten back up, so no harm done.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Section down there by the
Looks like they're gonna go for it on 4th and 5 inside the 10-yard line.
You have to get 6 here. This is a smart decision.
On the 15, 4th down and 5. Excuse me. Bono playing the split position. Dillard in the backfield. Flip to Lyons, trying to find the edge. He has some space, cuts up field. Great run from Lyons. Did he get there, though?
I think he got it.
It's going to be close. What's the call? And they're moving the chains.
Yeah.
James Lyons, a clutch first down conversion. Gets just enough. That ball is marked down at the 10-yard line, so he got just to the line to gain. And now it'll be 1st and goal Cardinals. 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Cardinals need to come away with a score.
That's huge, and I really love that decision by Coach to go for it because you need a touchdown here. I wouldn't have settled for the field goal either. That's a great decision.
Gage under center, Dillard and Lyons in the backfield. Handoff Lyons up the middle, puts his head down, and he's wrapped up.
That's all right.
2 arms and a leg wrapped up there.
Well, you know what? That's okay, though, because you have 3 more downs to work with because you had the confidence to go for it on 4th, and you picked it up. You know, I like the way they're playing. It's bringing some life into this this student section to the right of our booth here. I heard a little "Let's Go Lawrence" chant.
Looks like they're all out in purples.
Yeah.
Must be a purple theme today.
Yeah.
I think that's purple is suicide prevention month.
Yeah. That's what it is. Okay.
So
I was curious with why that was.
The Cardinal faithful out here supporting that movement. Here's the snap. Flip over to Isaiah Greer. Seems to be he's fighting towards the line, and he gets down. Play is blown dead. He's never tackled. Marked down at the 6-yard line.
Carry Isaiah Greer. There's only 3rd and goal.
So 3rd and goal now for the Cardinals. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. They need a score. Ball marked down at about the 6-yard line. So 6 yards to go on 3rd down.
Yeah. We got a player down here for Bordentown.
Legs up and everything.
Yeah.
So the leg injuries, it's actually getting a little bit concerning.
It is. It definitely is. Which Cardinal will be the player of the game? Keep listening to find out who will be the LHS MVC of the game immediately following tonight's action. It all happens during the Cardinals postgame show, exclusively on 107.7 The Bronc WRRC-FM, your 2025 IBS Media Award winner for Best Morning Show, Wake Up Rider.
So a Scotty down on his back, being tended to, his legs up in the air. He's getting a hand up. Having trouble getting up is Luke Harris, the senior outside linebacker. Now he hobbles off. This Cardinals team in the huddle trying to figure out how they're going to get in the end zone here. They have 2 downs to do it.
CJ, we talked about the weather being too hot before the game. It's getting pretty nice now. It got dark. It's a little cooler.
This is Friday Night Lights.
This is better. This is much better than when we started our broadcast.
So the Cardinals looking to get their first points on the board 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this quarter. A little bit of a hurry-up offense. Snap from Gage. Where is the ball? Handoff Lyons, gets to the end zone. Flag thrown.
He got in, but there was a flag on the play.
So bit of a trickery there from the Cardinals, kind of concealing who the ball carrier was. Lyons got to the pylon, waiting on that penalty. Better not be against the Cardinals because that will move them back, and it definitely is. So there goes the Cardinals. Prime scoring position, and a holding call will push them back. That is brutal.
That is brutal. That is rough because Lyons got through. He hit the pylon. That was a touchdown. We were good to go. And like you said, like we talked about in the halftime show, penalties, penalties, penalties. It's been killing them all game, continuing to right here.
So a 4th down and 16, I believe. It's actually 3rd down. So it's not a loss of down, but now you have 2 plays to get 16 yards into the end zone. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. Cardinals down 21 points. Motion man is Jaquan Coleman. Here's the snap. Gage rolling out right, looking for a man. He finds his receiver, and he is blown up by a few defenders, swarmed.
I saw those defenders coming from a mile away, and it hurt to know that he didn't, and that hit hurt me from right here in the booth. That was rough. That was rough. They had 3 white jerseys coming right at him, and yeah, I mean, a good catch, but nonetheless, now it's 4th down, and you're going to have to go for this again.
So Gage hits Jaquan Coleman after he motions him over into the flat. Gain of 6, so decent gain. Now 10 yards to the end zone. 2 minutes, 55 seconds. The Cardinals wasted this entire quarter.
Entire one, it's ticking.
Yes, wasted the entire quarter on offense. Now it'd be devastating if they don't come away with a 7 here. They have to.
Yeah, they have to, absolutely.
Here comes the Cardinals. 2 receivers to the near, 2 to the far. Gage motions Greer over, rolling out left. He throws up a pass into the end zone, overthrew his receiver, Brendan Doherty, and that'll end a 10-minute drive and no points to show for it.
That is a knife straight through the heart. That is awful. They waste this whole quarter. There's 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. And honestly, Bordentown can start chewing this quarter and possibly a little bit into the next one if they can get a few first downs. This is bad because like you said, you waste that whole quarter to get nothing, absolutely nothing out of it.
So now the Cardinals kind of have to be ball hunting here. Turnover would be best case scenario. Force a fumble or a tipped pass interception. I don't think the Scotties will attempt anything over 10 yards. 2 receivers to the near. Santiago in the backfield. Handoff Santiago. He's swarmed, fights through tacklers, pushes his own man down. Gain of about a few, I'd say about 4 yards. So clock's still ticking. Can the Cardinals force a 3 and out?
Well, Bordentown wants this clock to tick. We know that.
Of course. So they'll probably keep running. The Cardinals have to do a good job keeping them within the sticks. 4 yards to go for the first down. 2nd and 4, just under 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Here come the Scotties. Trip set outright. Lee takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself, trying to fight through blockers, cuts up field, and he's hit by DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher and Chad Dillard.
Number 5 on the carry.
He's not hit before he gets a good gain, though, and they move those chains. It's a good tackle, but at the end of the day, they still give up that first, and the clock is ticking. Up, not anymore. Seems like we have a Cardinal down. I can't tell who that is from here, CJ.
Yeah, me neither, but another leg injury as well. This one seems to be...
This seems like seems like he's grabbing his foot.
Yep, foot's part of the leg. I'm just kidding. But seriously, though, we have a Cardinal down.
This is rough.
We have a Cardinal down. In a game like this, you have to throw your own spice on it,
Yeah.
But nonetheless...
There are a lot of ways to listen to Lawrence High School football on 107.7 The Bronc, including the Odyssey and MyTuner apps. Go to 1077thebronc.com/LHS football to learn the many ways you can hear every Cardinals touchdown, pick six, and more this season on WRRC-FM. So about 90 seconds left in this third, and this third flew by because Lawrence tried making the decision of let's try and kill this whole quarter and get down and score, but it backfired on them because the defense came through inside the 10 and they weren't even able to get any points out of it. So now, you know, you've got very little time left in this third as that's number 70, that's Zane Spencer getting up right there, I think.
So it looks like he might have cramped.
But the good news is he is being helped off by the staff. He is able to kind of walk on his own with not very much assistance, but a little assistance.
Now that's a huge hit to your run defense.
Yeah,
especially when
huge.
Bordentown is trying to just run the ball.
Especially when Bordentown already had a 70-something yard touchdown earlier in the game.
Lee under center, pitch out to Santiago. Breaks a tackle, juked out right, and puts his shoulder into the chest of Christian Parsons.
Yeah, the other defender was on skates there. That's a good move by the running back.
So Santiago gains a few there. That's a huge chunk play for the Scotties. So they'll drain out this third quarter. There's a minute left. Other than a turnover, they will end with possession heading into the fourth. Up 3 scores. The Cardinals have to make sure if they do get the first down, say they do, because it's 2nd and 3, you'd like to keep them on their side of the field. So Glover and Bangura lined up to the right. Direct snap pushed right up the middle, and that'll be a first down. Or no, actually, the line pushed, but the ball stayed. Huh. So the line all pushed forward, but the ball stayed basically in the exact same spot. I figured it was some sort of direct snap and they pushed all forward like a tush push type play. But 3rd down and 3, this clock will probably tick down into the fourth quarter. Just waiting to see what they do, and they will walk off. So heading into the fourth quarter, the Cardinals down 21-0. They have 12 minutes to score 21 points just to even tie. So after a few underwriting announcements, we'll be back with more Lawrence Cardinals football on your home, 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC-FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Forward progress. Part of the ball coming out.
Good job by Stars at 61.
Welcome back to Lawrence High School football, exclusively on your station, playing the biggest hits and best variety, 107.7 The Bronc WRRC-FM. So we head to the fourth quarter here at the Bird's Nest. The Cardinals staring down a 21-point loss so far. We kind of started a little late. Jose Santiago took a nice run about 20 yards. Now the Scotties are at the 50-yard line. Handoff up the middle again to Santiago. He'll gain about 3 yards. So they're already into Cardinal territory.
And they are running this. Well,
and there's another Cardinal down.
There's a Cardinal down. I was going to say they're running this clock, but they are not, because there is a Cardinal down. Clock's still rolling, actually, so they are running this clock. Yeah. Seems it wasn't really an injury. It was more of just.
So now they're calling it.
Now the clock has stopped. Okay.
So that's Chad Dillard on the ground. He's on his butt too. This just seems to be another leg injury. What is going on?
What it is, it seems that the leg injuries are the big theme of this game, and every injury that we've had this season seems to be lower body. Yeah. 107.7 The Bronx #1 listener is Alexa. Download our free WRRC skill to hear the Lawrence Cardinals and the biggest hits and best variety on your Amazon device. Just say, play 107.7 The Bronx to hear the Cardinals play live anytime, anywhere on Alexa.
So Dillard is picked up. He's limping, and he's got both arms around two coaches. So he's being helped off.
Yeah, that's not good seeing him get. Well, it is good to see him get helped off, but at the same time, it's not good that he can't walk on his own. That's a big factor. He had a couple big carries this game.
Yeah, so he was used a lot in the run game so far, so they'll have to operate without him moving forward. He's also a bigger presence on defense as well, so losing him is a blow. But now 2nd down and 8 for the Scotties. Here's Lee, takes the snap, handoff up the middle to Santiago. He trips after crossing the line of scrimmage, gain of about a 4. So it should be 3rd and 4, if I'm correct. So the Cardinals could force a punt here with a stop on 3rd down.
Definitely, and that would be big for them, because at the end of the day, you're still in the game. I want to have some faith. I really do, and I think that, we crazier things have happened at the high school level, at the college level, at the pro level. We've seen crazier things happen, so we cannot count this Cardinals team out.
Definitely not, and here comes the Scotties on 3rd down and 7, actually. So here's the snap from Lee. Fakes the handoff up the middle to Santiago. Here's the end-around flip. Waiting to see who that was. He's tackled about the 30-yard line.
He ran right into DeMarcus Beaver-Wilcher there.
So that's Khalil Bankura.
That was a big collision.
Yeah, and Beaver-Wilcher shaking up a little bit, but Khalil Bankura takes the end-around flip down inside the 30-yard line.
And they're moving the chains, and that was the big stop you had to get. We're creeping just under 10 minutes left in the 4th. They are moving this ball with, I don't want to say with no issue, but they're moving it pretty smoothly, and, that was a stop you had to have. That was a stop you definitely had to have.
The Cardinals wish they would have had that one back, but new set of downs here could stop the Scotties on this one. So Glover and Bangura both lined up out to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield. Santiago waits. Here's the snap, flip to Santiago, running right. Cuts up the middle, makes a man miss, and he's taken down after a decent gain. That's about 8 yards, 6 yards maybe. So we'll wait for the ref's spot. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left on this clock. The Cardinals down 21-0. Yep, that sums up the game, right? That sums up the game. But, there's still time.
There is still time.
And you have to believe.
You have to. Yes, you do.
You have to believe. I've seen crazy stuff.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings. That's what they say. So.
That's right. 2nd down. Clock's still ticking. Can the Cardinals force a 3-and-out?
Well, Bordentown wants this clock to tick. We know that.
Of course. So they'll probably keep running. The Cardinals have to do a good job keeping them within the sticks. 4 yards to go for the first down. 2nd and 4, just under 2 minutes left in the third. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Here come the Scotties. Trip set outright. Lee takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself, trying to fight through blockers, cuts up field, and he's hit by DeMarcus Beaver Wilcher and Chad Dillard.
Number 5 in the carry.
He's not hit before he gets a good gain, though, and they move those chains. You know, it's a good tackle, but at the end of the day, you know, they still give up that first, and the clock is ticking. Up, not anymore. Seems like we have a Cardinal down. I can't tell who that is from here, CJ.
Yeah, me neither, but another leg injury as well. This one seems to be...
It seems like more of a... It seems like he's grabbing his foot.
Yep, foot's part of the leg. I'm just kidding. But seriously, though, we have a Cardinal down.
This is rough.
We have a Cardinal down. You know, in a game like this, you have to throw your own spice on it, you know?
Yeah.
But nonetheless...
There are a lot of ways to listen to Lawrence High School football on 107.7 The Bronc, including the Odyssey and MyTuner apps. Go to 1077thebronc.com/LHS football to learn the many ways you can hear every Cardinals touchdown, pick six, and more this season on WRRC-FM. So about 90 seconds left in this third, and this third flew by because Lawrence tried making the decision of let's try and kill this whole quarter and get down and score, but it backfired on them because the defense came through inside the 10 and they weren't even able to get any points out of it. So now, you know, you've got very little time left in this third as that's number 70, that's Zane Spencer getting up right there, I think.
So it looks like he might have cramped.
But the good news is he is being helped off by the staff. He is able to kind of walk on his own with not very much assistance, but a little assistance.
Now that's a huge hit to your run defense.
Yeah,
especially when
huge.
Bordentown is trying to just run the ball.
Especially when Bordentown already had a 70-something yard touchdown earlier in the game.
Lee under center, pitch out to Santiago, breaks a tackle, juked out right, and puts his shoulder into the chest of Christian Parsons.
Yeah, the other defender was on skates there. That's a good move by the running back.
So Santiago gains a few there. That's a huge chunk play for the Scotties. So they'll drain out this third quarter. There's a minute left. Other than a turnover, they will end with possession heading into the fourth. Up 3 scores. The Cardinals have to make sure if they do get the first down, say they do, because it's 2nd and 3, you'd like to keep them on their side of the field. So Glover and Bangura lined up to the right. Direct snap pushed right up the middle, and that'll be a first down. Or no, actually, the line pushed, but the ball stayed. So the line all pushed forward, but the ball stayed basically in the exact same spot. I figured it was some sort of direct snap and they pushed all forward like a tush push type play. But 3rd down and 3, this clock will probably tick down into the fourth quarter. Just waiting to see what they do, and they will walk off. So heading into the fourth quarter, the Cardinals down 21-0. They have 12 minutes to score 21 points just to even tie. So after a few underwriting announcements, we'll be back with more Lawrence Cardinals football on your home, 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC-FM.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
High school.
Handoff up the middle is Blanding. We haven't seen him since the 72-yard run earlier in the first half. Jacob Blanding takes that one, gets stuffed quite a bit. It'll be a gain of about 1 or 2.
Contact number 43, Zach Hartman.
So clock just under 6 minutes now. Waiting for the refs to spot the ball. 3rd down and 14.
It's 3rd down.
Cardinals can get a stop here on 3rd down.
Yeah, they could. This would be big.
They could get their own score. Granted, it would be 21-7, but looking at a 0 on the scoreboard is pretty diminishing.
Yes. Well, the Cardinals did it to their opponent last week.
Here's Lee, under center. Here's the handoff up the middle to Santiago. Shoves off a defender, but is wrapped up. So he'll go nowhere, assuming they'll bring out their kicker, Schwartz.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing.
Yep, we saw him kick a few extra points, and I think he definitely could have the leg for this one. He likes to squib kick on the kickoffs, but can get the ball up when he needs to.
4th and long.
4th and long for the Scotties. This will make it a 24-0 game if Schwartz can convert.
Lawrence Cardinals. It's 4.
So now we got Hell's Bells trying to rattle Schwartz here. Looks like there would be a timeout called.
Timeout, Lawrence.
Trying to ice the kicker a
Bordentown.
bit.
Correction. Timeout, Bordentown.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Bordentown timeout. I don't know what they're going to be discussing, but it's 3rd and 14. You're up 21. There's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. What do you need to discuss?
That's a good question. I really don't know. But
I mean, maybe like you could come up with scenarios on why, like, oh yeah, don't allow them to block the kick because they can take it back. But if they do, get the ball back with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you can just run down the middle with Santiago over and over again. Gain of 8 there for Chad Dillard and the Cardinals with 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, down 3 scores. Can they put some points on the board? Snap from Gage, pitch out to Lyons, running right, trying to find a hole. He pushes through defender, stays in bounds. A nice run, picks up the first down on 1st and 10.
And that was a very nice run, the way he was able to get to the sideline, kind of tight rope on the sideline there, and get that first down.
So 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on this clock. The Cardinals, fresh set of downs, but they're marked just shy of the 50-yard line. Ball on the 48, 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. What do the Cardinals have planned here? Doherty to the near side. Lyons in the backfield. Handoff, Lyons cuts upfield, finds a hole, breaks through a bunch of arm tackles, and another first down. On 1st and 10.
I wish we would have seen this a little earlier in the game. I mean, this is a good drive.
Well, you know, fourth quarter, these guys are tired.
Well, that too.
High school kids, they're all probably thinking, hey, yeah, we're up, we're going to win. I got homework to do. So here comes Gage trying to put at least something up on the board. Under center. Handoff, Lyons running left. Finds a hole, puts his head down again, but gets tripped up. Another nice run. So 2 back-to-back 10-yard runs, or 10-plus yards. Now you get about a 7-yard run. You're getting inching closer. So 27 yards around there within 3 plays. The Cardinals doing good work here, managing the clock. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Let's just get a score. Here's Gage, handoff up the middle. Grabbed by his helmet. It's Isaiah Greer, is it? Isaiah Greer back on the field. This guy is Superman.
I mean, he might be invincible. This is insane. But
and he bent down. I thought he was hitting the ground again.
No.
But he comes off with injury, comes back in, gains a first down for the Cardinals, and now trots back off. Give him a breather because he could be used on the goal line. And a guy like Radis, you know he's trying his hardest to at least put something on the board.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's the snap from Gage. Lyons running right, but then shoots right up the middle. So decent gain there from Lyons. Waiting for the spot. The 2nd down Cardinals. Clock nearing 1 minute. 4 to go, so it's a 6-yard run for James Lyons, 2nd and 6. Handoff Lyons once again, up the middle, puts his helmet down, he gets roped down, but will move the chains. The Cardinals.
Clock's ticking up.
Choosing the worst time to play efficiently.
Clock is ticking, under 50 seconds to go. Timeout, Lawrence, it looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna try to write something up here because coming back after winning 2 straight games on the road, the Cardinals' nest was waiting for them, and they put up a goose egg so far. But 45 seconds.
Yeah, you're 45 seconds and you're inside the 15. So
look, you erase that mental mistake with the pick 6 in the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game.
And this offense would have had a lot more urgency if it was a 14-0 game.
14-0, and they get in. It's 14-7. But then you have a completely different game plan since it is a one-score game. I think the Cardinals came out at halftime. Hey, let's drain this quarter. Let's get a score, and then let's play defense heading into the fourth.
Yeah.
So coming out of the timeout, 45 seconds left on this clock. It'd be 1st and 10, ball on the 15. Can the Cardinals get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard? We are all hoping they do.
Yeah, I think they can. I believe in them.
So Francis Gage out there communicating with his play caller. Isaiah Greer in the backfield. Chad Dillard, the fullback. Here's the snap. Pitch to Greer, trying to find a hole. He gets tripped up. Gain of about a few.
Isaiah Greer on the carry.
And he's limping. Holy.
Yeah, he's limping bad now.
So now he can't even put any pressure on that leg. And you would think in a 21-point game, they would keep Isaiah Greer out of the game, especially after going down twice earlier in the game.
And he is frustrated.
So now if this is as serious as it looks, now you're looking at maybe a potentially missed game from Greer if it is a bad injury. Well, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to have him in the game right now, given the score, given the time on the clock.
Ryan, you're a Jets fan. Say the Jets are down 30 points. Are they trotting out Garrett Wilson with under a minute left?
No, they're trotting out.
They're throwing Tyrod Taylor.
Well, Tyrod Taylor's starting.
But you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I get you want to get the kid to play.
Yeah, no, this did not make sense.
But now, like, if this is something more serious than all the other ones that kind of put a scare into us, what's the point? It's a meaningless loss. So now the Cardinals offense will come back. Dillard and Lyons in the backfield. It's 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 10-yard line. Handoff, Lyons cuts up the middle of the field, gains about a few yards, hit at the line of scrimmage. Clock ticking down, 28 seconds left. They have to hurry up here.
They do have to hurry up.
Kind of moseying around, no sense of urgency, but does it really matter? Here's the snap from Francis Gage. Handoff Lyons, trying to get in the end zone, and he's stuffed as well.
He's swarmed.
So they'll timeout called. 9 seconds left. You know Radis just wants to get in the end zone here, but nothing going, and there's another Cardinal on his back.
Nah, he's getting up, though. I believe that.
I think that's James Lyons.
Yeah, it is, but he's getting up.
So this has to be the last one. Send out your receivers and chuck one up, because if you want to score, it's not coming on the ground. So pretty bleak game from the Cardinals, especially coming off of 2 road wins where they allowed 6 points total. 6 points in their last 8 quarters. They allowed 21 in the first half, but they do a good job keeping the Scotties out of the end zone in the second half.
Yeah, just a scoreless second half all around. I mean, well, unless barring some very, unique play here that gets the Cardinals in the end zone. They held Bordentown to 0 points in the second, but it doesn't matter because in the first half, they scored 21.
So in just the second half, we witnessed just 3 drives.
Yeah.
Opening drive where the Cardinals kind of wasted the entire third quarter. They turn it over on downs. The Scotties flip the field, come back, but miss a field goal. Now the Cardinals driving. You can see it on their bench. They want to score. Cardinals faithful in the student section, they also want to see a touchdown. Here's the snap from Gage. Flip out to Christian Parsons, trying to beat a defender around the edge, and he's tackled for a loss. So clock will tick, and that'll do it. Actually, timeout called. Never mind.
No, that's the game.
Game over. Cardinals fall to the Bordentown Scotties 21-0.